All right, y'all, this is our team call for, oh gosh, I don't even know what date it is. I think the 24th of February. And we just have very small amount of stuff to cover because we've been chatting about other things. But so I wanted to start with kind of talking about March a little bit and leading into, I'll show the calendar in a second. But one of the big things, obviously, that y'all know is the
love you.
Wonderful, love you too. One of the big things is I totally just lost my train of thought. Hardcore. Okay, so that new workout that's coming out. Hopefully, you know what that is—the hardcore workout, the 22-minute hardcore, and I don't know if they're going to do another preview or not, but it was on yesterday, and I saw some of you guys post about that. Even though it's not still on, the challenge du jour on demand, still be sharing about that. You can do some of the promo videos. You can talk about it. You can look at the promo videos and kind of find some moves and share about, like recreate some of the moves and say that you're so pumped about this. It's going to be 22 minutes and these are some awesome, some of the hit moves from it. But really be sharing about that. One of the reasons that it's so awesome to be a coach when it's like a launch is that you will find that the volume in our team just like goes up. So if you're an Emerald coach, you probably will have quite a bit more volume. And it's nice because if you are an Emerald coach, then you get to have those free leads. There are so many people who are going to be purchasing this workout. They have been pushing it for so long. So that's really, really huge. So you want to be sharing about it when everybody starts seeing on their Facebook feed different coaches and stuff doing this hardcore workout. You want people to know that you know about it and that they could get it from you. So it's important to be just thinking about that. And one of, obviously, I know that everyone can't do this, but one of the best ways to share about it is to be doing it. So hopefully you're thinking about possibly doing that as your next program, or at least getting it on demand so that you can know about it and share about it and get into that if you're wanting to, because it definitely helps to know about the program. So I personally will be doing it. Our 21-day little boot camp that we do for coaches. So all of you who are in here that are new coaches that were on our new coach call this afternoon, you guys will go in there, and then any of your challengers that you guys anyone wants to add in there is fine. Remember, our little boot camp is at the beginning of the month. Every first Monday of the month starts for 21 days, just kind of getting them in gear, teaching people how to be a challenger, how to meal prep and meal plan, and how to plan workouts and everything like that. So you are welcome to add people in there. But the boot camp is going to be a mixture. We will put people who want to be in a mixed group in there. And then depending upon how many challengers we get that are just hardcore challengers, then we might create a separate group, just like we did with Hammer and Chisel for our team. So it'll kind of depend on how many coaches and how many people we have interested. Does anyone have anyone that's interested in 22-minute hardcore that you've been talking to? Hopefully, maybe a little bit.
Actually, from one of my Google form that I did, I think someone from that actually was like, I would like to try this. So
that's great. Well, and a good thing that I did, so tonight and tomorrow, you guys be posting and sharing about that, but just even in general, sharing about your March group in general. And what I did on my Wufoo form, or not my Wufoo form, my Google form, was I went ahead and I put a little check mark if they wanted to be, if they were interested in the 22-minute hardcore, so that I automatically knew that they were maybe a challenger who was interested in that. Okay, I've got to find who is making noise. I love you, but I have to turn you off because you're making noise. I don't know who you are though. Okay. So that has to do with 22-minute hardcore. Hey guys, if y'all are on, will you mute yourself? Somebody is still making a ton of noise, and just for those who are watching the recording, I don't want them to miss anything. Okay. I think that fixed it, whoever it was. Does anyone have questions about that, about the hardcore workout or anything? Does anyone have any questions about that? Who's planning on doing it? Anybody?
Lunch.
Good. That's awesome. I mean, who doesn't want to work out for 22 minutes? I know I do. I mean, I like to work out for more, but I don't have the time to. So that's about That's about as good as it gets. Okay, so let me screen share our March calendar really fast with us, and then we will move on from that and talk about other things. Let me screen share real fast. Okay, can you guys see that? I think hopefully. How do I go closer here? Because here we go. Okay, so here's our calendar. We're quickly approaching the end of the month. In this new calendar, what I did was in our elite training group, we're learning a lot about like the good times to post about stuff. So often I think we get kind of like frustrated because we'll post something and you're like, oh, dang it, like nobody interacted with that, or like nobody liked that. And so we listened to a recording from Melissa McAllister, who she's like an old-time awesome coach. And she kind of has this schedule that she runs her company or her team by. And it was super, super helpful to us. And so I added it into our calendar this month to kind of give you some ideas. Like when you're on a day and you're like, I have no idea what to post today, to kind of think of kind of a theme that you could go with for the whole month. So for example, like Mondays, or here, let's start with the weekend. So Friday, remember, don't post a business opportunity post or like a challenge group post about, you know, like join my challenge group and let's lose weight together type thing on a Friday. So many people are not thinking about that. They're wanting to go out and party or go have a drink or go eat a cheat meal on a Friday night. So post something fun. But what you want to do is just get people engaged. You want them to comment and like your post. So whether it's a post of you and your husband, or you and your kids, or you going out with your girlfriends, that is the kind of stuff you want to post. Or a funny graphic, or maybe a survey where you have people, you know, say yes or no, or give them, you know, give you advice on something where people can interact and get more likes and you get more people commenting, which will in turn start pushing your stuff back out into their newsfeed. Saturdays are a great day to talk about being social, talk about your family time, talk about, you know, your active days, your active Saturdays, your active rest days, things like that. Sundays, great time for meal prep, which you all know, meal prep, nutrition, recipes, all kinds of stuff like that. Really great ideas for Sundays. Then come Monday, people are going to work. They don't want to go back to work. They don't want to leave their babies. They don't want to go to this job where they sit in a cubicle, whatever their situation is. That is a great time to post about the business, a great time to post about coaching, a great time to post about the community and the support and the freedom that you get from coaching. Even if you've only been coaching for a minute, you can still talk about that community and the feeling that you feel when you think about coaching. That's a great thing. Then throughout the rest of the week, sprinkle all those kinds of things in. You know, Tuesdays are a great day to talk about transformation, whether it's you personally or somebody that you know or a challenger, or talk about just how you feel on the inside. Wednesdays, you know, hump days or what I ate Wednesdays or workout Wednesdays. You can post all kinds of tips and things like that. And then Thursdays, always do a throwback post or a transformation post or something about like Thirsty Thursday, an idea of what people could, you know, like a tip for people about getting more water in or how to make it more tasty, you know. Okay, so that's just a little tip. That's why I put those in there for you guys as ideas. Then, okay, so we have this group. We have the 22-minute hardcore / 21-day boot camp. That is for only new challengers. So people who have never done a challenge group before, because they're learning how to meal prep, they're learning about their program, all that kind of stuff. Once they've already gone through boot camp, they're going into your fit clubs. They're going into, or my fit club. Okay, they're going somewhere else. Hey, oh, here we go. Okay. So that's going to start on the 7th. I was going to start that on the 1st, but I just don't think that that's good enough. I think that's too quick of time, and people, even if they know that they can get it on demand, people like to have that tangible challenge pack in their hand before they get started. So we're going to start on the 7th and kind of do a little bit of some prep work Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and get them actually started with their programs. So that means that all this week and all next week in this blue or whatever color this is, teal, you need to be starting to advertise for your boot camp more and more and more. It could be a picture. It could be more of like an ad looking thing. It could be a graphic of or a video of the 22-minute hardcore. I'll post a video on our team page that's really great that you can use to promote the 22-minute hardcore program. all that stuff you should be doing this week, next week, and even the week after. Then this second week of March, remember we have our sneak peek events that third Thursday of the month. So you want to be promoting our sneak peeks. Start talking about coaching. Start sprinkling that into all of your coaching posts and just all of your posts in general. And so in the hopes of inviting some people to this sneak peek event. All of your calls are on here. So if you're a new coach, you know when your new coach call is. If you're a diamond, you know when your diamond calls are. And then our team calls, you know, every other week. And I just give you some other ideas of things that you can post and remind people about. So make sure that you check out that March calendar if you haven't already, because that will just make sure that you're caught up to speed before you come asking me a bunch of questions about what to do, because it's all in there now. Okay, so that's March stuff. Live Power Hour tomorrow. It is at 8 p.m. Eastern. Who is planning on doing it? Who's planning on being there? Awesome. Good. You all should be there, even if you don't want to be. It's super helpful. But we're keeping the same group. I went ahead and just deleted the post. So if you're already in that group, you're good to go. If not, then I posted it in our team page, and all you need to do is click the link. And then we will start at 8 o'clock tomorrow. I'll start doing posts, like pre-post, around 7:30. 7:40, just to kind of make sure you have everything ready to go for that. But if you're a new coach on this call, I highly recommend you getting on that, because it just really helps give you a sense of what in the world is a power hour. We talked about that on the new coach call this afternoon, but it will really help just make it live for you. It will help you really, really kind of get a good sense. And then all of you veterans and people who have been on the team for a while, it's still a great time just to feel like a team and sit there and get to do your power hour together. So definitely make sure that you're there. Even if you guys have girls who maybe are thinking about coaching and maybe they're uncertain, they could hop on too if they want, and they could kind of see what it's like to be a coach. I had a girl do that last month. So just a thought. Okay, that's it about that. Free groups. So we were talking with I was talking with some of our diamond leaders on our team. And what's interesting is a lot of coaches on our upline, so Team Inspiration, don't do free groups every single month. Now, that is something that is up to you. I think that as a new coach, you should do free groups every month for a good couple months, maybe 3, 4, or 5 months. And then after that, you can start kind of almost doing them like quarterly. If you think about it, once you are starting to do your power hour and you're really reaching out to people and stuff, you don't have to host a free group every single month unless you just want to. You should be adding to your network and having people to talk to outside of having to recreate free groups. So I just wanted you to know, because I have a lot of coaches who come and they get really stressed out about the idea of having to have a free group every single month, like an extra thing to do. So I just want you to know that it's okay if you don't do a free group every single month. And if you want to, then just post in the team page and ask if anyone wants to join you. And I'm sure there will be people that want to join you. And remember that we have all of these free groups and posting schedules and graphics and everything in the Google Drive. Everything is there for you. So you should not have to recreate anything but maybe the promotional graphic or something like that, unless you just want to. But there is plenty of stuff in there for you to run your own free groups. So just an idea about that. So I've had those of you who have been kind of like, I don't want to do a free group every single month. Maybe think about doing them every other month with your success partner, with your success, group, your partners. So that's totally fine if that's something that you want to move towards. What else? Okay. Is there any questions that you'll have? I'm going to leave it open for a second for any specific questions. And then I thought I was going to talk about like pages, and that's pretty much all that I have for you guys tonight. I don't have a ton of stuff because we've been talking about a lot of stuff already in our team page, and everyone's kind of got a good game plan, and we're going to have another call right at the very beginning of March. Does anyone have just any general questions or anything? I see lots of chat box stuff going on here. Hold on. Yes, the 22-minute hardcore launches March 1st. From what I have heard, it's going to be $140 for the challenge pack. So you can pretty much 98% tell people that is what we're thinking, that it's going to be $140. Typically, typically the new like promotional type things are 140 for challenge packs, and then they'll go up to 160 or 180 depending upon the program. But again, I will keep you posted on whatever I hear from my Diamond line as soon as possible. Let's see, what was the other question? Tanya, you asked, when do you no longer join new coach calls? I would say, honestly, after you've been to like one or two of them, you don't need to be on anymore. After you've gone to one or two, like today, this was kind of like the call that I hosted this afternoon was kind of like a getting started right call. And so after these girls have all gone through that one, they're going to be able to personally just set up calls with me, and we'll talk one-on-one as far as how they're moving along and getting with their own journey, because obviously not every new coach is going to be on the same page. So if you have questions or you need help with something, obviously reach out to me or reach out to your upline coach who you signed up with. Any other just general questions before I talk about like pages? Anything? This is your chance.
Oh, I have one.
Yeah. I have no idea who that is. Who is this?
What?
Who's talking? I can't see your face.
Oh, it's Brittany.
Okay, hey Brittany.
So, I just bought the challenge pack for like the 21-day fix or whatever. So
Yeah.
am I going to have to like buy this challenge pack also then?
No. Only if you want to. I'm not telling you you have to. But once you're a coach, you only buy one challenge pack, because now you're going to have your Shakeology coming, monthly, and then you get 25% off of any extra program that you want. So you can just sign into your account, go to shop, and you could choose to purchase the 22-minute hardcore, just the workouts, just the DVDs. And then it'll be loaded automatically to your on-demand online, and you'll also get the DVDs. But what I do personally is I don't open the DVDs, and I keep everything in a package, and I use those as giveaways because I use my on-demand. So for me, it's really awesome to have those as giveaways. Like I was able to give away a whole hammer and chisel set because I didn't use it. I just used the on-demand stuff, and I look at all the meal plans and everything online. So just a tip for some of you newer coaches. It's a great way to do big giveaways, to get people to tag people, then to go and friend all of them, talk to them, add more people to your network. So just a tip.
Awesome. Thanks.
Yeah, you're welcome. Any other questions? Sierra, you asked in the chat, can someone do a challenge group without Facebook? Yes, it's definitely not the easiest, and you want to communicate to them that they're going to miss out on that community and that kind of like accountability in that sense. But I do have girls who participate without having a Facebook, and they just check in with me either on text messages or emails, or we find a way, or Instagram messages, the little DM bar. It's really up to you. Honestly, it's your business. And so you can do that. And also, just like what Rachel just said, you can use that Challenger app now. So if you haven't gone to look at that, go to your back office and click on where in the FAQ where it talks about that, and it'll tell you how to get it set up and kind of to see if maybe that's the way that you want to check in with people. I personally will start doing that with some of my girls who don't want to check in on Facebook. Any other questions about just random
I have a
stuff?
quick question.
Yeah.
It's Allie.
Hey, girl.
I am doing a paid challenge group with Jordan, hi Jordan, I think I see you on here. It starts March 1st, and we have a lot of 21-day fixers.
Yeah.
But I've been talking to people that are interested in hardcore. So should I do a separate group? Should I add them into yours or an existing group? Because it starts on the 7th and ours starts on the 1st.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, you can add them to mine, and then I'll add you guys, and you guys just make sure to kind of support them within that group.
Okay.
Or you can also give them the option. I've done that too, and said, my challenge group really starts on the 1st, so I know that you're not going to get your program till the 7th or whatever. But I mean, honestly, if they were to purchase it right on the 1st when they get their stuff, then they could start. They could do all the on-demand. They're going to have access to their workouts and to their meal plans and everything online.
Okay.
So I would give them the option.
Not 21 days, obviously. You're just running a boot camp for 21 days?
Oh, yeah. The boot camp is just 21 days, and it's like they're anyone with any program, but they're getting the just guidelines of how to meal prep, how to take before and after pictures, how to just be a good challenger, if you will.
Gotcha. Okay, so they're separate. Got it.
Yes, yeah. Okay, any other ones? Any other questions? Okay, awesome. All right, I'm going to screenshot a couple things because, and so every year, well, I've only been coaching for 14 months, but what I've been doing is like every kind of like quarter and stuff, I kind of like reevaluate and figure out what I really want to focus on. So when I started coaching, I started a fit page, a like page, and I really didn't know what it was. I didn't really know what to do with it, and I didn't really do much with it for months. And then I kind of started, all right, I'll just post on it. And so I started posting just the same things that I would post on my personal profile and my Instagram. And it was like, whoever followed me on all three of those sites is probably getting really tired with every single time I posted all of the three same things. But I still did it because I wanted to start just building up just like a gallery of pictures and tips and videos and things like that. Okay, so that's what I started doing as a newer coach. Now, some of you that never started a fit page, you do not have to. For me personally, that is just kind of like the avenue that I am working with this year, this 2016 year. Like last year, I really worked on building my Instagram, and that's what I'm still doing that. But now I kind of wanted to really tackle building a like page, a separate page where I can reach more than just my network of friends, if that makes sense. And it kind of helps so you can boost some posts and reach out in that sense. So I'm going to show you what I mean by that and what a like page looks like, just a little bit about it. And then also kind of give you guys a couple tips if you have a like page. Actually, will y'all raise your hand? How many of you guys have a fit page or like a like page or some other page? See, a lot of y'all do, which is awesome. And if you're a newer coach on here, this is good because you can see what it is and start it much earlier than I started it, because for me, it's been really something that's helped me a lot. Okay, so let me share my screen here. Okay, can y'all see that? Yes, okay, cool. So this is my like page, okay? This is I've got my personal profile, but this is my fit page. This is my separate page. Now, you'll see a bunch of different, like it could be community. I've seen some say coach. I've seen some say public figure. And all that means is it's just a label for your page. It doesn't really do much. It might change a little bit of the layout of what it looks like. But when I started, my coach told me to sign it up with it as a community page. And you can always switch it if you want to. But for me, that's kind of what my business is built around, that community and that feeling. And so I've always left it as that. Then an important thing for your fit page or your fit page or your like page. I call it my fit page, but I think technically it's called a like page. You want to have a cover photo that has information for people to be able to reach you. So like for me, when you scroll over it, the actual little blurb that goes with it tells a little bit of my story if they were to come across it. And so I talk about a little bit about how I got into fitness coaching and everything. And then I also have my 2 forms of how they can reach me if people were interested. And that's minor. But what I really wanted to talk about is growing the people that are following you on there, and also a couple ways that you can do that. So here's my followers. I have 7,000 followers, which is not a lot compared to a lot of the top coaches. But for me, I'm like, woohoo, that's exciting. Because just a month and a half ago, I was at 600 followers, you guys, 600, okay? So what I have been doing and what I have found to be very successful in building a network that I couldn't build on my own just on my Facebook page. I mean, I would have to literally add tons and tons and tons and tons of people for so long before that would ever happen. And so what I've been doing is I've been promoting my page. And all that means is when you're scrolling through a feed, scrolling through your Facebook, I'm sure you guys have seen posts that say sponsored underneath them. And maybe it's a video, maybe it's just a picture or something. And then there's just a little short blurb and you can click like underneath it. That's what you're doing. You are promoting your page so that it kind of just shows up in news feeds of people who might have something in common with you, in common with, with the audience that you are targeting. So this is what you can do. You can click up here and say promote. And let me just show you my page promotion here. Now, granted, this has been going for a couple months now. What you can do is it's showing active. Okay, so I am currently still promoting my page with this video. It's a really short little 30-second video of Hudson and I, and you'll see So it does like a little song. I think you guys can hear that. A little song, and it's just like a really quick workout with him. It's just like something cute because my network that I'm tapping into is moms and ladies who are pregnant or who want to be moms or who want to stay at home. That's kind of my target network. That's my people that I am connecting with now that I'm in a new stage of life with a baby. So this is my short video that I chose. You can do a picture, but I will say that doing a video that kind of shows what your target, person is that you want to work with and connect with, that is golden. So I've had some coaches that have started to do that, and same in my network with some of the leaders in Micah's team is we have boosted our pages with a video of us, 30-second video, whether it's you and your husband, whether it's you and your baby, whether it's you doing some really quick moves or doing some moves in a plank or moves in like a HIIT workout, something really short, and they only let you have 30 seconds. So then what I do is I promote my page with it. And what I'm going to do is, let me see if I can, here we go. I want to edit my promotion so I can show you guys. Obviously, I'm going to choose my audience here, okay? So I want, obviously, the US. And then what you can do is you can target people that you want to see your stuff. So for me, you can have as many tags as you want. So I have like the most ridiculous amount of tags that I could possibly think of have anything to do with me, anything to do with anything about nutrition, the body, the working out, mom, dad, parenthood, breastfeeding, bottle, leadership, parenthood, anything that I could think of that had to do with anything that I do, I put it in there, okay? And then I'm going to choose my network of the ages. 18 to 45 is what you don't want to do it too small because then you're not going to reach very many people, but you also don't want to do it too wide of a range. And then obviously I want just women. I don't want creepy dudes following my page. So I chose only women. And then you can choose your budget. Right now I have, and so now this is where like the money comes into it. And so I realize that not all of you can do this, but what I have done is I've kind of set aside a little bit of my paycheck every month to go towards being able to promote my page. And I don't really boost that many posts. I just promote my page because I want to gather women who are following my page. I want to gather some followers before I ever boost anything. I don't want to boost posts and stuff because you're not going to get any traction on them if you don't have people that like your page. Does that make sense? So you can choose the amount that you want to run it for. You can choose $3 a day. You can choose $1 a day, whatever you want to do, and then however long you want to run it. And then you click Save Changes, and it's going to go out there into the world for people to look and see. And so you can tell that literally over 2 months, I've risen from 600 followers to over 7,000 followers, which is huge. And that is all from promoting that one video on my page, Okay, so now as I started seeing more likes and more followers and things like that, I continue to still post on my page. I continue to still post videos and pictures and things like that. And I do a mixture. I don't do as many lifestyle posts on my page, but I do some about me and Hudson and about my job because I want people who follow my Fit page to know about that. Obviously, I share way more on my personal page because that's what people see every day. Your like page doesn't show up as much in people's news feeds, but it will show up every so often with the more people who follow your page and the more you boost or promote different things. So I still do share quite a range of things. I share stuff about, challenge groups and things like that. And then, different products, transformation pictures, stuff like that. Now, I was not boosting any posts. And when you boost a post, what that means is let me show you the example. When you boost a post, that means that you can also pay to promote it. You can pay to push it out a little bit more. And again, I'm sure you've either seen one of mine or you've seen some of Micah's or some of the top coaches who have a little sponsored post there. And all it means is that they thought that was a really good post or a really good video that would maybe kind of attract people who are like them. And so they boosted it. And so what you can do now, I've seen some coaches and even some of you go ahead and start boosting posts, but you don't have very many followers on your page. So you're not going to be getting a lot of people who are going to interact with it until you have followers. So until you have that, you want to make sure that you're not just wasting money on boosting posts like this. I really suggest if you only have a little bit of money to spend on promoting your page, then only do $1 a day, do it for 1 month, and really target your audience. Do a little video of whatever your target network is, and boost your page. Promote your entire page, not a single post. But when you get to a point where you feel like you've got about over 1,000 followers, that's when I would suggest starting to pay to boost your post. Before then, I really wouldn't worry about wasting money on that. I would continue to just promote your page, not your post. Once you get to about 1,000 followers, that's when it's going to start, having a little bit more traction. You're going to start having quite a big network to see your things. And so what you can see is this, if I, really wanted to boost this post today, talking with my new coaches, I can click on boost. I can choose to either push it out to only the people who like my page. So that really limits it. That only lets me let that go out to those 7,000 whatever people. Or I can choose to post it with people who like my page and their friends. And that's normally what I do. Because if it's something kind of vulnerable like this, it's talking about my team, talking about maybe a transformation or something like that, or it's inviting to a challenge group, I like to push it out to people who already like my page and their friends, because there's already going to be that kind of more of like a personal feel, because they already follow my page and their friends might already be seeing things of mine because they're liking my stuff on my Fit page, and so it's showing up in their news feed because of that. And so that's typically what I do. You can choose, again, a budget for anything that you post that you want to boost like this, like a picture. You can choose, you have to spend at least $1 a day to boost an actual post. And then you can choose how long you want to do it and click boost, and it would go ahead and push it out there. And obviously, the more money you spend, the more people it says that it will reach. But again, I never spend more than $1 a day. So I just don't. So now, I don't boost everything though. I boost only very specific things. And again, not until I had over 1,000 followers on my Fit page. So I just wanted to say that because I've been seeing a lot of people starting to boost posts, but you don't have very many followers. And so I don't want you to waste your money on that until you're having quite a few people starting to look at your network. But what I will say, the reason why I wanted to touch on the Fit page aspect is because it's so awesome. And I wish that somebody had told me about that earlier, because I'm able to tap into my network. There's so many new coaches on our team that I've been able to meet through my Fit page that I would not have been able to meet otherwise. And so that is such a great, a great tool to use to be able to really focus on who it is that you want to work with, who it is that you want to connect with, whether you're a mom, whether you're a teacher, whether you're a pet lover, whatever it is, there are tags and everything for you to be able to find those people who are really similar to you and begin building that overall page. So I will say the one thing that is worth it is promoting your page, like I said, the whole entire page, doing it with a video so that people can see something of you. You look like a real person. It's not just a picture. And doing it for a month. Let it kind of run its pace. See how well it does. And when a thing ends, when a post ends, you can see kind of how well it did. Let me see if it'll let me show you here. Like you can see. So like for me, so this is the thing that I have been sending out. This has been my, this has been my most current video that I have done. And you can see how many page likes have come from this one thing. 967. And that was just from promoting it for a month. Okay, so I really targeted who I wanted to work with. And you can see how many views it got, how many people actually clicked on it, how many likes to my actual Fit page came from that. Things like that. So you can kind of also see how well something's working for you. If it's not working for you, then stop the post and you can do something different. You can do a different video. You can do a different picture, something like that. So that's kind of my 2 cents really quickly on like pages and how I really, really like them. Obviously it's like almost like another page. You can see who's liking your page. So for me, this has been a really great way for me to add to my network. If I click on notifications up here, I see that all these people just liked my page. And so look at that. I can go and click on these 5 people. I can click friend. and I write them down in my tracker, in my notebook. And when I see that they respond to my friend request, I quickly send them my little message that I send to people who like my Fit page. Hey girl, thank you so much for liking my Fit page. I'm so glad, I'm so honored that you're following my journey, or something like that. Just wanted to let you know that I host some really fun accountability groups every month. If you're ever interested, or there's anything that you see on my page that you really like, please don't hesitate to reach out. Something like that. So that allows me to have a whole bunch of other people, because the like page tracks everything for you. It tracks every comment, every like, every share. And so you can see all that on your side, and you can really look at that over the course of time and see kind of what things are doing the best. You can actually look and see what kind of posts are doing the best, your ideal time to post. So for me, you see that pretty much like Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday are pretty much my high points of the week. And when I post, pretty much between noon and then around like 9 o'clock is when it kind of gets a little bit higher. That is my high time. So for me, I don't post anything on my like page or on my personal page that's not really at these times. So I'm able to kind of see where the successful time is for me to share a post and to get some interaction on it. And then you can also see too what kind of posts do a little bit better, whether it's a post that's like a transformation post, whether it's something that's like a video like this. So it's just nice. You can see a lot of things. Messages, it's like a whole separate messenger. You can sit here and you can see their profile, you can see a little bit about them, and you can easily message them right back from whatever they were saying to you there. So it makes it really nice. Another feature too on these is when they comment, I can like it. I can quickly reply to them right here. And I can also, if I wanted to talk to Shannon right here, she said, at least your kitchen is pretty. If I wanted to message her about this aside, all I need to do is message, and it lets her know that I'm messaging her about this post, so that she can remember. A lot of times on Fit pages, it's hard to remember kind of what you might have liked or something unless you're actively going back to that page over and over again. And so it's nice to be able to message them and let them know that you're responding to their comment on this post. So that's just a couple things that I have found to be really, really useful for me as far as Fit pages and just kind of tracking overall people and really getting I know someone's music is on. I thought that was my video, but and also just kind of getting more people to your network. That has been that's my hardest part for me as a coach, is finding new people to add every day. And I know that that's a problem for a lot of you as well. And so for me, this has been like a total game changer to set aside some month, just like I budget every other part of my life. That is something that I choose to spend a little bit of money on, $1 a day for a couple weeks every month, so that I can get my page out there and I can get an interaction with some new moms and new people who I would love to work with, or who I think would benefit from a challenge group, and start building that relationship with them. Does anyone have questions about like pages? Obviously, we could go into depth like for forever on that, but that is just really basic, like the baseline of what I do with a like page. It's still very new to me, but it's something that I have seen a lot of progress and a lot of results, and a lot of my investment is coming back around, which is helping a lot. So I wanted to make sure that I shared that with you guys, especially all these new coaches that we have. The sooner that you start just posting on your Fit page, don't even worry about spending any money on it yet, but go ahead and create a separate page where you can just start building that network of stuff on there. Just start putting pictures there, so that when you start to actually decide to build it, then you have stuff on there for people to look at. So yeah, that's all I have to say about that. Does that help anybody? Hopefully that didn't confuse you too much. I feel like that might have confused you, but for me, it's been a total game changer. So I just had to share with you. I would feel selfish if I wasn't sharing that with you. So Laura, you asked, is your like page different from your Fit Club? Yes, the Fit Club is just like a challenge group. It's run in a Facebook group. This is an actual page that you make for yourself aside from your profile page. Jordan asked, do you like this? Is it better or easier than Instagram? I actually love it. I focus on this more than I focus on Instagram right now. I love Instagram, and I still interact with people on there, but for some reason, Instagram has been very finicky lately as well, whereas, your followers go up and they go down and things are constantly changing. And so for me, it's like, oh my gosh, I got to keep up. And of course, Facebook changes too. But I've really enjoyed kind of working on my Fit page. I work better on Facebook anyways. And I like, there's that whole new messenger function on it now. So it almost looks like my normal inbox from my, what's it called? My, people that I talk to and stuff. It looks just like my normal messenger. So I just love how it tracks everything for me. I can see what videos are doing really well for me. I can see what type of posts are not so good on my Fit page. So I'm not going to keep doing those kinds of posts. It just really helps me kind of, think about what's successful and what am I wasting time on and everything like that. And it's also just like awesome to see that, to really get to interact with people, that people get to comment and you can easily friend them and create that relationship with them as we're on Instagram. It was more of a task for me to find them on Facebook or to say, hey, can you find me on Facebook, and then friend them and then get into a message with them. It's just a lot. I really like the like page functions a lot. So there's a lot that I've been learning on it and a lot that I've been working on. What are some of these other questions? Sierra, you said you're confused. So you have your profile page, your normal profile page. This is just something separate. This is a like page, only if you want it. You do not have to do this. If this stresses you out as a new coach, don't do it yet. You do not have to. Like I said, my coach just told me to do it, and then I didn't do anything with it for months, and then I finally started to post in it. So, and then you'll have challenge groups and stuff. You'll start having quite a few groups on your sidebar, but those are just challenge groups that you'll put actual customers and stuff into. But yes, and Sierra, if you're still confused, you can text me after and we can chat more about it so we don't confuse everybody. How did you transition people from following your personal Facebook to your like page so you could stop so many duplicate posts? Actually, Meredith, I like having them on both pages because what I do is I kind of tend to switch up a few things too. I'll switch up the wording a little bit, and I don't do this all the time, but I will switch up the wording. Maybe I'll switch up the picture, or I'll post at different times. So I might post something on my personal page or on my like page or on Instagram. And then later on in the day, I'm like, oh man, I totally forgot to post that. And then I'll post it at a different time. So a lot of times, remember, only 12% of your friends on Facebook see your stuff every day. So that's a lot of missed people. So it's nice to still have it all there because you never know who's going to see it. And they might see it on your Instagram, but they might not. And they might see it on Facebook, but they might not. And they might see it on your like page. So it's just nice to have it all out there. I don't really worry too much about the duplicate posts. And honestly, in my mind, it's like if they're following all my pages, then obviously they're not really annoyed with what I'm posting. They're supportive no matter what. That's kind of how I look at it. Any questions? Any other questions about like page stuff? You're welcome, Meredith. Awesome. And again, I'm still planning on doing a video for that and kind of sharing how to get started, how to do it, all that kind of stuff. One of you guys just asked me how to actually create that page, and I'm totally looking. Let me show you. Okay, share screen. If you don't have a like page yet and you're wanting to create one, I'm on Facebook. I'm just on the normal bar here. If you go up to the top and you go to where this little down arrow is, you're just going to click on create a page, and that's where you go and you'll create your whatever kind of page you want to. And so what I did is I created a cause or a community page. But like I said, you can create anything that you want, any page that you want, and you can always change it too. But this is what I was told to make when I started. So that's just what I ended up starting with. But again, it's not necessarily the right way or the perfect way, but it's just what I was told to do when I started. So, and it's obviously works pretty well for me that way. Casey, what are you talking about, Game Boys? I don't understand. Okay. Anyways, that's all I have for you guys as far as stuff that has to do with that. And some of y'all may know more than I do about Fit pages. It's all kind of brand new to me. But it's been really, really useful in building my network. And I know that is something that all of us coaches kind of struggle with as one of the main things about how do I find more people to talk to. And my Power Hour has gotten so much quicker because I'm able to just go and see all my likes and I choose 5 people from them and I add that to my network, and I put them in my tracker that I have underneath friends. And if there's somebody who's talking about coaching, then I put them under there. But yeah, so my homework for you is to think about promoting your page. Do not go boosting posts yet. Don't go doing that yet. Don't waste your money on that, because unless you have over 1,000 followers, it's not worth it. So go and boost your page if you would like to. If you need help with that, or you want me to look at the video that you want to use for it, I'm happy to do so. Just text me or message me. But it's very useful. So that's my homework. That's my main thing for you guys to go at least think about, because it would be definitely beneficial for your business as far as building your network up. There are so many cute babies in the videos right now. I love it. All right. Does anyone have anything else for me? That's all I have right now. Do I put Jordan has a question. Do I put every single person I communicate with in your tracker? Yes. I put them either in the friend tracker, in my challenger tracker, or in my coach tracker. So if I friend them, then I write like a little note about why I friended them. If they're a challenger prospect, then I write a little note next to them. We were talking about 22-minute hardcore, or she said no this month, a 21-day fix, or whatever my little note is about them, and I put a date next to it. And then same with coaches. I put their name, maybe I put their email, or I put something about them, something like that. So that is what I do as far as that, because it helps so much, because all the time I'll look through my newsfeed and I'm like, oh man, is she a coach? What is she? And I'll go look at my page and I'm like, oh, she's a new friend. Awesome. I totally forgot. And so then I'll go comment, and it starts to build that relationship. Maggie asks, what is a good app to use or a website to create an awesome cover photo? I use the one that I have. Let me screenshot both of them for you. So I have, oops, why can I not screen share? Hold on. Okay, so the one on my personal profile, this one, this is PicMonkey, but what I did is I cut out, you can use PicMonkey to actually, there's a little eraser function that you can erase around, or you can use Photoshop is what I did for these two, and then I put everything into a PicMonkey cover photo, and it's the same thing for the one on my Fit page. This one as well is a PicMonkey one, and I just found little labels and things like that and added it in there. But you can also use Canva. So canva.com or picmonkey.com are both really great for graphics that look a little bit more professional like that. It's hard to do a good cover photo when you're on your phone. It's just hard to make a good clear one and to see everything and be able to move stuff around and all that. So those are the two that I use to make my cover photos. I'm actually about to fix some of them, but I have to put my new logo on there. So that's the one that I use. Okay, don't go anywhere. We're going to take a picture really quickly so that you can go post about coaching tonight and say that you got to hang out. I love when I say that, because everybody starts fixing their hair. And like here I am with like a knot on my head. It's awesome. Jordan, how do you get so much light in your photos? Okay, oh wait, hold on, let me show you one thing. Don't go anywhere. One thing that I use is okay, this is one thing. So obviously window light, I do my windows like all the time. Like I sit in front of my windows in my kitchen or go outside. When in doubt, go outside. If you need a good picture, go outside and just put it somewhere. Get a tripod. They have them for like $10 on Amazon, and they're like little ones. Mine's downstairs, so that's what I use to do my workout videos, but they're like little stands, and then you can also make them really tall too, but they're like cheap. It's like plastic. Really cheap on Amazon. Another thing is these little lights, okay? They clip on, where's my phone? They clip onto your phone like this, okay? And they give you light to your face so that it illuminates everything. It makes you look not so dark. So that's another tip. That's also on Amazon for very cheap. So just a couple ideas for things like that. There's also things like the Lumee case, Lumee. And Lauren, I'll put the link in our team page for that little clip. But the Lumee case, I think that's a little bit more expensive. I think it's like $30 or something like that. But what it does, mine already broke because I dropped it. Oh, shame on me, but it has little lights on the sides. And so it lights up like a beauty lamp almost. And I loved that case so much, but it broke. So I might have to invest in that a little while later. But that's a really great one too. It's just really chunky. So like my husband's like so excited that it broke because like I would hold my phone, it would just like drop out of my hand because it's so heavy. But it did take really great pictures. So yeah, and I'll put the link to that little clip light. There's a couple of them, but this has been my favorite one because it's like a ring light, and so you can kind of see. I'll do a before and after. You can see like one is like dark, and the next one's like it's like so much brighter. So just a thought. Okay, now we can really take a picture. You guys all look so cute, and I feel gross, but all right, I'm doing 2 because I'm on my first page now, and then we'll do a second one. So here is our first one. Everyone smile. Okay. I wish you guys were talking because I feel so cheesy being like, all right, nobody talk now. Okay, we're going to the second page. Everyone's, oh, there's a cute baby over there. Leah, I see your baby. She's so cute. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Awesome. Okay, cool. I will post those in our team page. Share about tonight, you guys. Share about that you got to hang out with a bunch of girls and you got to, you know, have a girls' night, or that you love your community, whatever it is. But people want this. People crave community and they crave friends, and that has been like the one thing that has changed my life about coaching. So I know I can't help but share about it. So I hope that you feel the same way and that you would want to help people find that too. Because as women, I know that we all need community, especially when you become moms and you're busy and you're with, you know, maybe you're by yourself all day, or for me, I'm like literally by myself all the time. And so I love having community like this. So I definitely appreciate you guys so much. So go share about it. Have a wonderful night, and I will post this recording, the link to the clip lamp, and these pictures in the team page momentarily. All right, y'all have a good night. Let me know if you have any questions, okay? Bye.